hit your knees quicker than a priest when he's praying. You go down quicker than a hoe for a $5 bill. I'll whack you more times than a masturbation tournament. Word life.
Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and once you're done, leave a comment saying that I subscribed, and you will be replied to. We'll be doing as many as we can. We've went over plenty of different unscripted moments on this channel, and fair play to us, it's the script being told to go fuck itself. These are some things to talk about. A lot of the biggest unscripted moments took place on pay-per-view, like the Montreal Screwjob, but what about those ones that happened just on TV? Well, I'm D Wicket, and these are the 10 unscripted WWE TV moments. Number 10, Mick Foley picks up The Rock's glasses. Mick Foley, you big, huggable, lovable bear. You're widely considered one of the greatest people in the business and one of the nicest men in existence. And with little moments like this, it's hard not to see why. Foley and Rock are in the ring doing their thing, and The Rock's doing what he does best, reciting one of his 7,000 catchphrases. When out of nowhere, his glasses go flying off his face as he swivels his head from left to right. Foley, noticing that Rocky wasn't going to grab them and that he had an opportunity to build his character up a little bit, goes over and picks up the glasses and returns them to the Great One. As he puts it, The Rock thanks you for that. Number 9, punching Rebecca Michaels for real. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho have insane chemistry together between the ropes. They killed it in their 2003 feud, and 5 years later, somehow they managed to top it endlessly through sheer storytelling genius. Their feud initially revolved around Michaels faking an injury in a match where Jericho was the special guest referee in, but soon turned to a story about why Jericho, who was actually completely in the right in this, had cut on Michaels' eye that he inflicted when he sent Shawn's head into the Jeritron 3000. Michaels said the injury was scripted, but what wasn't scripted was Becca actually taking the full impact of a real punch from Chris Jericho, which thankfully only left her with a bruised lip.
If you have even the slightest amount of human decency, you will get out of this ring right now.
Number 8, Jerry Lawler's heart attack. For some reason, Jerry Lawler was still participating in WWE matches at 62 years of age on semi-occasion. On an episode of Raw back in 2012, he was a part of a tag team match with Randy Orton, but about 10 minutes after the match ended and commentary had started back up with him, Lawler suffered a massive heart attack that put him very close to death and out of action for months. It was horrifying to witness live, and despite my love for CM Punk, not even I can truly appreciate him making fun of the King's near-death experience.
Partners with Randy Orton in a match against CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler.
And he was literally snoring into his microphone.
Until, Doc realized this guy's having a heart attack.
Number 7, the APA beat up the Public Enemy. Oh, Public Enemy. If you know anyone in the business that's an asshole, it's probably John Bradshaw Layfield. And if you look at Farouk, you could probably make the assumption that he's a part of that group as well. Public Enemy was an ECW team, and that's pretty much where the conversation starts and ends for the Acolytes, who did not take too kindly to teams from other companies, especially the PE, who were apparently very cocky assholes backstage. JBL and Simmons, who thought, no, we're the only cocky assholes of this backstage, went on to scrap their real match plans and murder these poor bastards in the ring. Number 6, Jake the Snake attacks Randy Savage. That's hard to say. I remember hearing Jim Cornette talk about a few things to never mix with professional wrestling, 2 of them being animals and children. WWE being WWE, of course, we've seen multiple examples of both. Rey Mysterio's child. Probably the most famous animal in all of WWE history that isn't a nickname like the Viper or the Rabid Wolverine and is an actual real-life animal is Damien. Jake the Snake Roberts is Snake, hence the name Jake the Snake Roberts. Clever company. After a match between Roberts and Randy Savage, Jake did his typical mind games where he tossed Damien on his opponent, but on this occasion, Damien said, "Fuck you guys," and bit right into Randy Savage's arm. It's a cruel reminder that no matter how much training you put in, these are still wild animals.
Jake Roberts, come on, Randy! Come on, Randy, get out of there! Oh, no. Jake the Snake Roberts. Look at that! The Snake is fighting him! I'm out of here! Roddy Piper on his way to get some help. The Snake is gnawing on the arm. Shrieks in horror. You can't believe what Dr.
Watch WWE has shirts? You can't see me? Shit, dude, I'm wearing 3 of those right now as we speak. Why not pick one up yourself? Number 5, the Rockers win the tag team titles. This one's interesting. It's not really an unscripted moment, but more so a moment that WWE did script, but then they didn't want to happen in hindsight, so they just removed it from history and pretended it never happened. Not like they do that often or anything. The Rockers are one of the greatest tag teams to never win the tag titles, but technically they did. On October 30th, 1990, they actually beat the Hart Foundation in a 2 out of 3 falls match in Fort Wayne, Indiana, but the WWE doesn't recognize the reign as they reversed the decision of the match due to a ring rope busting or something dumb and stupid. I guess the heat between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart was cooking up pretty early. Number 4, Hulk Hogan chokes out Richard Belzer. Never said it was WWE TV. Back in early 1984, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T went on Richard Belzer's show to help promote the first WrestleMania. And despite immediate tension seeming to be high upon meeting each other, they all agreed to do the interview as planned. Belzer, instead of helping promote WrestleMania, insisted to keep on the topic of whether or not pro wrestling was fake. Which, you have to consider, this is back in the mid-80s, it was much more of a taboo subject than it is now. Everyone didn't immediately know that wrestling wasn't real. Hogan no-sold Belzer's intimidation tactics because Hulk Hogan won't even sell in real life, goddammit. And Belzer told Hogan if he's so tough, why not put him in one of those wrestling holds right there? Hogan was reluctant but ended up putting on a guillotine choke on the interviewer, passing him out unconscious, which is...
For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, we had a very ugly incident here last week on the show. Hulk Hogan and Ms. T were here.
He's all right. He's just sleeping. He's sleeping. Really, I was a sleeper hole. He'll be all right.
Number 3, the pipe bomb. I talk about it too much, so let's be simple here. CM Punk versus John Cena in 2011 was the first 5-star match in the 2000s for WWE, and so far, the only one. And while a lot of the rating of the match does depend on the wrestling, a lot of it also depends on the storyline. And well, nothing got people as invested in a storyline than this promo where CM Punk tore into the company and predicted what he would eventually do with his career, take off to another promotion.
I don't hate you, John. I don't even dislike you. I hate this idea that you're the best, because you're not. I'm the best. There's one thing you're better at than I am, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's ass. You're as good as kissing Vince's ass as Hulk Hogan was. I don't know if you're as good as Dwayne, though. He's a pretty good ass kisser. The reason I'm leaving is you people, because after I'm gone, you're still gonna pour money into this company. I'm just a spoke on the wheel. Better after Vince McMahon's dead, but the fact is, it's gonna get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family.
Number 2, Daniel Puder versus Kurt Angle. Another moment we've talked plenty of. Tough Enough gave us Kurt Angle challenging all the contestants to a shoot fight, and Puder, who had MMA experience, took the wrestling machine up on his offer, putting him into a Kimura lock and being about 3 seconds away from legitimately snapping his arm in half, which would have not only made Angle require surgery, but would have been an embarrassment to the wrestling industry.
Who wants to get in the ring? You want to get in the ring?
Well, I guess Kurt's not through.
You want to get in the ring with me? Get your in the ring.
Well, here's got a key lock there, Peter. Trying to get a key lock on Angle before he was hanging off in the corner. Shoulders are down, and this. Kurt Angle is eliminated.
None of you are tough enough. Now get out of my face.
And number 1, the Brawl for All. Good fucking God, it's the worst thing to ever happen to wrestling. Jim Cornette has called it the stupidest thing to ever happen in a pro wrestling company, and, well, who the hell am I to disagree? Vince Russo went to all of his lower card professional wrestlers, not real fighters, professional wrestlers, and basically gave them 2 options: fight for real or get the hell out. If you defend Vince Russo for his creative genius, you should also consider the fact that he's the one who made the goddamn Brawl for All matches. Oh, click like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at DWickedYT, and click the link in the description to buy one of those sick, sweet looking Watch WWE brand new t-shirts. And don't worry if you don't like the one, more designs are on the way.